Today I'm going to be tackling a 30-year-old work in progress, so yeah, stay with me if you want to see what I'm going to be doing to this beautiful set of Ikea mop drawers. Hello and welcome to the messy desk of a magpie womble who 30 years ago bought this set of drawers. Well, I didn't just buy one set, I bought two sets and another one with a longer drawer at the bottom. What I was going to do with them at the time is paint them. And did I ever paint them? No, I've just used them for storage. They've been sat there all plain and boring looking. I know, I don't believe it myself. How did it happen? Anyway, they're sitting on my desk now and I have plans for it. So let's go through the plans I've got for the drawers. So first things first, I made myself a little Ikea drawer template to fit the drawer that are in my mop or moppe. I don't know what it's called. It sounds like mop, M-O-P-P-E. So for the front of the drawer, that is the size that I'm working with. So I thought if I use my thin stiff felt, I cut out some pieces to match, which I have done. And then I'm going to do some slow stitching on them. That's the plan for the drawer fronts. For the sides, the top and the back, I might do some decorative painting. I'm really keen on getting some of my raveny birds onto a piece. Yeah, or cats. I can't decide, ravens or cats. I've got two sets of drawers, so I could do ravens on one and cats on the other, or I could do a mix of animals. That could be a way forward. So let me show you some of the ones I've made already, because I made a start. You knew I would. So I've got these already made as fronts for my drawers. They're not completed. I have just literally put down the backgrounds, tacked them down, and I have oversewn around the edges on there just to keep it all in one place. So they're not finished, but they have been started. That one's not even been oversewn around the edges. So they're in varying stages of being made. This is one that I'm in the midst of sewing at the moment. So I've got plenty of these going on. You see I pinned down the fabrics onto the felt. That's the felt blank. And so I thought I'd just sit here and make one with you. I don't care that I've got one's part done. I'm just going to carry on regardless. It's been a very busy week. So I've got a little tray of scrappages that I'm using here. Kind of working my way through these at the moment. I've got my trusty little applique pins. And I'm just going to put one together. I love this fabric. It's a K-facet one. And it fills me with joy. So this is in the main going to be going on these as well. So that's going down there. Anyway, how are you? How are you getting on? It's February already. Can't believe it. Yeah, and it's going really quickly. I have enjoyed the fact that January's gone quickly, but there's a reason it's gone quickly is because I have been kind of busy doing birds for one thing. We're on to Abstractory at the moment, which we're doing in the group too. So that's also ongoing. And yeah, it makes the time go quickly. Not that you always want time to go quickly, but when it's at the moment, we've just had I can't think of a day where we've not had rain. There has been sun, as there is at the moment, but I can guarantee that in the next hour or so it will change completely and the rain will be back. So I am happy in the studio to be making the most of some of the sunshine. So that's why I haven't got the blinds down at the minute. No blinds for me. I will put up with the glaring in my eyes just to get some vitamin D. So, yes, so how are you? I want you to let me know what you're up to, what you've been passing the time with. I've got many projects on the go. You know about a lot of them. My snake has been delayed slightly because I had a little problem with my wrist, which is getting better, but it kind of threw crochet out the window for a while. And as my snaky is crochet, poor old Jormungandr's had to sit in the corner and wait for a bit. But I will be finishing him off, don't you worry. And you're just watching me sort through all my fabrics here to see which ones I'm going to put on. That looks okay. What else have we got? So yeah, crochet's been out for a little while, but it's back on the cards soon. I have got another crochet piece that I'm doing, which is a coat. Now, I started this last year, and what was it the year before? I started crocheting circles within squares, and I want to make a coat out of that. That is a thing that is ongoing in my brain. So I will be doing that at some point. And yeah, my friend Kaz, who has got a Facebook page and a YouTube page, I think, called Insomnia Crochet, has just done a pattern for a coat. So I was just crocheting squares with no end. Well, I did have an end game of a coat in mind, but no idea of how to put together the coat. She's just brought out a pattern. So I'm going to be having a go at Kaz's pattern to put together. I think it's called Joseph's Coat. So if you want to go to Insomnia Crochet and have a check out that, it's rather glorious. I love Kaz's things. I've made quite a few of her blanket designs that she adapts from Attic 24 patterns or sew-alongs or crochet-along things. So yes, that's going to be a definite, because I've got quite a few of those made up already. I just need to see how many more I need to make before I can put together my Joseph's coat. So that is another thing to add to my very long list of things to make or finish. Probably, because yeah, I have got quite a few things that need to be finished. I'm really in love with this this piece of fabric. Do you fall in love? I think I've told you of my love of that orange and yellow checkered fabric that I keep biting into very gently and using in certain projects. Let me take that off there and put that on there. That's better. Yeah. I keep taking tiny little bits of it to use. Now that's got a little tiny gap there. What can I put in there? So yeah, it's a case of, I don't want to use it all up, but if I don't use it on things, it doesn't have a purpose, does it? So these things need to be used. Usually at this point of a project, I would have painted up the base ready to be going on with. But I have not painted it up. I wonder if that'll matter too much. Maybe I should swap that out for another piece. Yeah, I've been waiting for a decent day to do some painting outdoors, because I don't really want to put a base coat on it in the studio, which is in a state of flux also at the moment. A state of flux, Cookie, you say? How could that ever occur on your channel? Well, let me tell you, it occurs constantly. I'm just in a constant state of flux. I quite enjoy my magpie brain, but it does kind of get me into situations where I've, ooh, maybe I could do that. Yeah, I have the situations where, oh no, that's too much of the stripe though, isn't it? Oh, maybe if I do it that way, that'll work. Yeah, let's do that. Now that's going to be chopped off at some point because I like that blue. But I don't want to chop it off too far. See, brain has just skipped over while I'm doing this, and it's sometimes really hard to film and do this at the same time and talk. My brain finds it hard. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my magpie brain. So it decided at the beginning of January that the whole studio needed a complete going through. So once I get started, I wanted to do a deep dive into all of my little Kallax cubes and sort those out. I've got quite a few, so it's taking time. Ooh, maybe a bit of floral there. That's too dark. What else have I got? So this is what's taking time. I'm going to stop for a minute. It's taking time to finish the studio. I want to get everything sorted out so that my brain is clear. It is working. I've managed to clear my sewing desk. I know I'm not on my sewing desk at the moment, but I need to set up a new filming situation over there so that I can film on both desks. This is my painting, whatever, drawing desk, and the other one is my sewing desk. It is a little wider that way, but not as length. This is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is long, and the other one is a little shorter but wider, if that makes sense. So I have put up little shelves on the back, which I got myself from the unmentionable Amazon place, and which I just mentioned. And that's working really well because it means I can stack up all my pencils, pens, and on the other desk, on the sewing desk, I've got all my sewing accoutrements there. So that has cleared up some desk space, which I keep filling with other things, just have to say that. But I do see that there is progress. It is not enough progress for me to say that it's clear enough to show anybody, because I couldn't at the moment. It's mad still. But I am getting there, so I'm kind of happy with that. Don't want any more of that. What can I put there? Coming back to this again. Go on then. Let's do that. Yeah. Will it fit? Will it fit? Yes, it will. Right. Now I can pin. So I'm going to stick some pins in this. If you're also interested as well, we have the art club, which is going on a Sunday. At the moment, during February, as we're doing Abstractory, I am taking the prompt that is for the day in Abstractory and doing it along with you in the art club on a Sunday. So if you're interested in that, I mean, it's still applicable for looking at, even if you're not doing Abstractory with me. You could still have a play around with one of the prompts, which would work, wouldn't it? It would definitely work. So if you're in the mind for a bit of art on a Sunday in a little cozy place, that is the place to be. I think people are enjoying it at the moment. I'm hoping they are. Right, we're all pinned. Now I'm just going to trim off these bits that are sticking up because I don't want to be stitching through them because that'll be a waste of time and energy. So I'm just going to trim round where the hole is for my fingeroo to go through when I am opening the drawer. Trim a limb. Hey! So we have got another one ready to be stitched now. That means that I'm just going to have to count up. I think I've got one more left to do for this 6 drawer job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, one more left to do. So I'm going to carry on making all these for my front pieces. Let me grab a drawer out, if I can, and show you how it will sit. It's stuck. I tried to pull it from an angle, bear with. So here it is, and where's one of my frontispiece pieces that's not quite finished but will be. And that will go on there, like so. And I shall stick it on. Now, I'm going to ask you lovely people to give me some guidance here. Do you think I should paint the drawers? I have a bad feeling about painting drawers on the inside where they move against each other. So I was considering just leaving those plain as is and just painting the outer of the drawer section with some of my crazy designs and what have you. But have you done this before? Have you painted any of your IKEA drawer sets? What are your thoughts on this? What else could I do? Because I want to make sure that I am not causing myself more problems by painting it up, if that's going to cause me a problem, which it probably would. Also, a little question on these. I had an idea to put some little crows on here, or magpies, or even cats. So it's crows or cats. So again, that's another choice I've got to make. But whichever way I go, the other set will have the other thing on it. So one will be crows and one will be cats. Crow stroke raven, should I say. You know, my wild birds. So I've got to figure out whether I'm going to do crows, cats, ravens, whatever, on the front of all of the pieces or just on some of them and have decorative elements on the other bits. Can you tell I'm in an indecisive mood at the moment? It kind of is that way, because I like having this little project to do because it breaks it down into smaller parts, but then I've got to think about how it's all going to fit together. One thought I had was to take pictures of the sides of my box and then transfer the pictures onto my iPad and then kind of draw it out to see what it looks like. So that's going to be a plan to do as well. It's a good way of seeing how things are eventually going to look. So that might be something that I'm going to be doing as well. So yeah, this is quite a higgledy-piggledy kind of video, because I have got things in all kinds of different places, especially with these. They're in varying stages of being finished. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and sit in a nice comfy chair and have an afternoon relaxing, maybe watching the Winter Olympics. I have been absolutely enthralled with the curling. I love curling. I love watching that happening, and I was really pleased. I think it was the GB team and Canada this morning that I was watching, and it was such a fun watch, and they were so joyful about whatever they were doing. Really enjoyed watching that. It's a very relaxing sport to watch, as opposed to the skiing, which kind of had me on the end of my seat. So I have been sitting watching that. So I might go and watch a little bit of the Olympics whilst I'm doing a little bit of sewing. So yes, I will be back here tomorrow for the art club. So if you fancy a little bit of mark making, that is going to be our prompt for tomorrow. So we're going to do a little bit of mark making in the art club tomorrow. I've got a lot of plans on at the moment. I promise you, I've got a lot of things coming up. Some of them have been dependent on the weather. So I want to get outside and do something out there as well. So I've got a lot of things in my head to share with you, and they are coming up soon. I've also got the February postcard that I'm going to be making, which is the Year of the Horse for the Kooky Postcard Sew Along. So lots to do, and it keeps my mind busy and stops it from dwelling on things that could cause it to go off on a tangent. Anyway, that's enough waffle, and it was definitely a waffle from me for today. I hope to see you back here very soon, tomorrow, for the art club. Remember that one. But for other things as well. So next week, I'm hoping to get a video out a little bit earlier than the Saturday. But I'll be back here very soon with something else. So don't forget to like and subscribe, click that bell, and you'll know every time I upload another video. Bye for now.